EC's new mandates, court-martial appointees, and Spotify wraps it up. This and more in the headlines today. Let's get it. The Electoral Commission has confirmed that all voters in the 2026 elections will undergo mandatory biometric verification before receiving ballot papers. The EC has now received all 100,000 biometric voter verification kits and will deploy 2 machines at every polling station to curb rigging and ballot stuffing. Chairperson Justice Simon Byabakama said voting will stop at any polling station where the machines fail and noted that they are still waiting for the Ministry of Justice to issue guidelines on using the technology. He made the remarks during a meeting with candidates, agents, and security officials aimed at easing rising tensions. Candidates were urged to control their supporters and avoid disruptive processions. President Yoweri Museveni has urged Ugandans to curb overspeeding, warning that reckless driving remains one of the leading causes of disabilities in the country. Through the Prime Minister, Honorable Robina Nabanja, he noted that many cases of permanent injury are preventable and called for greater discipline on the roads to protect lives and reduce the growing number of persons with disabilities. So while presiding over the national celebrations for the International Day for Persons with Disabilities, the Prime Minister reaffirmed government's commitment to supporting vulnerable groups. During the event, the government handed over 2.085 billion Ugandan shillings to empower people with disabilities in the central region, targeting improved livelihood projects, accessibility, and inclusion. He also emphasized that safeguarding citizens from avoidable harm alongside increasing investment in people with disability support programs is key to building a healthier and more productive society. President Yoweri Museveni has announced new appointments to the military court-martial, acting on a Supreme Court directive that all officers serving in military courts must also be advocates of the High Court. The directive aims to streamline military justice and ensure stronger legal expertise within the court system. Brigadier General Richard Tuchachungura has been elevated to chairperson of the General Court Martial. His appointment comes at a time when the Supreme Court has limited the military court's jurisdiction over civilians, prompting broader reforms to align the court's operations with constitutional requirements. Now, the new leadership is expected to strengthen professionalism, improve the handling of cases, and reinforce the separation between military and civilian justice. So guys, Spotify Wrapped 2025 is out, giving users a personalized look at their top songs, artists, and albums of the year. Globally, Bad Bunny dominated with 19.8 billion streams, becoming the world's most played artist. But in the UK, Taylor Swift was the most streamed artist, and Alex Warren's Ordinary was the top track after spending 13 weeks at #1. However, older hits by Lola Young, Billie Eilish, and Chapel Roan also continue to dominate streams. Sabrina Carpenter's Short and Sweet was the UK's most played album, and across rival platforms, Rosé and Bruno Mars's Apata led both YouTube and Apple Music charts, while YouTube users heavily streamed songs from K-pop Demon Hunters. Yeah, I know, Shemo, was a big year for K-pop Demon Hunters. Experts say Spotify Wrapped has become a powerful marketing tool, even influencing how people listen throughout the year, which I do think is entirely true, guys. But as Spotify's biggest hater, let me give you guys my Apple Music Wrap, because OGs understand. I'm about to revive an Apple Music versus Spotify wars in the comments. Guys, comment down below whether you use Apple Music or Spotify. Nah. Where my Apple Music warriors at today? Okay, so my Apple Music Wrapped. This year, I listened to music for 35,006 minutes. My top artist, this is actually insane. I don't know how they did this, but I can see why. Anyways, my top artist was Rema with 3,237 minutes. My top artist by month, January, my top artist was Nathaniel Bassey. Yeah, you know, in the beginning of the year, I'm always in that, yes, that's how I like to start and end the year, with Jesus by my side, okay? February was Rema, March was Ashake. Then April to July was just Rema. I don't know what was going on. I was just trying to turn up, guys. August to October was Ashake and Kabza De Small for some reason. Yeah, I was in my Amapiano bag. Don't play with her. She's not one of them. And yeah, I don't know who my top artist of December is. We just started, innit? And oh, my top album of the year was Made in Lagos, which is my favorite. It's literally my favorite Wizkid album. After, which album is that one that has Mi Ojuele Bae, you know, my story. What a banger. Anyway, yeah, and my top genre was Afrobeat, if that wasn't already obvious. Well, let me know, guys. What does your Spotify rap look like? What you guys been listening to? Well, that's all I have for you today. Always remember, guys, nobody is you, and that is your power. Also, 90% of life is what happens to you, and 10% is how you react to it. Or is it vice versa? I was trying to be profound. It's Friday. I don't know what else to tell you. Have a good one.